Field Day is a national event where all the hams, or a lot of hams in the United States and any foreign countries, get together and set up radios outside the norm, like outside or in a tent or in a garage or mobile in a car, and just to see how many other contacts they can make with other hams in any kind of conditions. The main thing is just to set up something different than what you normally use. And the other part of it is just getting hams together, help setting up the towers, the wires in the trees, and typically you have a cookout, everybody eats well, refreshments, and it runs for I think 24 hours and runs through the night. But the main thing we always do is try to have fun, and everybody just gets a chance to get on if they don't have a station at home, and everybody has a good time.
We've been having field days here about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now, and this all started when the club field days were starting to get to be kind of a lot of work, set up and tear down, and having to try to have somebody operate continuously all 24 hours, and we weren't too worried about that so much. We just wanted to have fun, so we thought we'd try a scaled down operation here, battery power, what they call QRP, 5 watts output power, and wouldn't have the generators roaring all day. So that's how we got going, moving things here, and we've been doing it here ever since then. This year the club was faced with not quite so much interest, or having some trouble getting interest drummed up and people to be able to be part of a bigger field day effort on their part. So a couple of the club officers asked if I'd be willing to more or less host them here, kind of combine field days with us, and but that'd be just a fine idea, good idea. So things were a little more work this year, but not bad. It helps having so many people to help set up and tear down.
Okay, what we do to set up is, by quote-unquote rules, you want to set up using non-existing antennas, structures. Typically we will throw wires up into a tree. We brought in a trailer that has a crank-up tower. We use that. We set up on tables on our front porch, just to set up something different than what your normal home use, to simulate any kind of emergencies you might run into.
As far as our field day crew goes, we've had a core crew here for our battery QRP field days we've had the last 5, 6, 7 years, and they were here this year as well. But that core crew is myself, Scotty KG9Z, Monty N8VD, Doyle from over in Ashland KI8L. He always stops by for a while. And then also part of that core crew are some fellows Scotty knows from out west in Illinois, John Sheely, WA9JON, and Dave Lawling. Neither of them were able to make it this year, but that's kind of a summary of our core crew. This year we had a few extra operators due to the club being part of it. We had John Baston K at AJS, Russ McQuaid K at RMC, Tom Zilko NHABG. They were here and helped operate. In addition, there were some other club members that helped a lot with the setup and preparing meals and teardown. Stan N8RNK, Stan Kinney was a big part of that. Gary from Missouri, he helped quite a bit. And we also had a number of some current and former club members just stopped by to say hi. Those included Bob Brady, WAAQIJ, who lives most of the time in Florida now, comes up here for a few weeks in the summer. Willis Troyer was here for quite a while. Tom Kramer was here. We had a couple visitors who are not licensed yet, but showed enough interest in ham radio to find the club president on the club's website and track down where we were locating. So they were here for a long time. We explained the whole setup to them. That's who we had out here for operators and setup, teardown crew, and crew to help out this year field day.